got a little bit of a light issue here. It's sunny. It's a sunny day, but it's chilly. You know, it's 55 degrees. Says so my van. Big railroad tracks. All right, here we go. Woo! Anyway, how's everybody doing? Good? Good. Yeah. If you haven't noticed, I figured out how to make shorts. Don't know how. Playing with the thing. Hey, let me see the thing. And then the cat, like, who doesn't love a little pussy in their face, right? little ass too. But anyways, hope everybody's doing well. I think I said that already. But yeah. So let's talk about consequences, right? Like, your whole life as you're growing up, there was consequences for your actions. If you do something wrong, you knew you were going to get in trouble. If you did something right, you knew there may be a little reward for that, right? If you worked hard, maybe there'd be a payoff at the end. Not always, but maybe, you know? And it seems to me like if you were born, I don't know, with a 2 instead of a 1 in front of your birth year, right? If you weren't born in 19 something, but if you were born in 2000 and something, you forgot this. Or you weren't taught this. Like, I don't understand. And really, it's my generation's fault, right? Because my generation grew up and had kids and said, oh, I didn't like getting in trouble. I didn't like getting whoopings and grounded. So I'm not going to do that to my kids. What you raised is a bunch of kids that have no respect for their elders, no respect for authority, and act like there's no consequences to the shit that they do. And then they grow up to be adults and feel the same way, and then their prisons are fucking full, and then now you want to let them all out. Like, well, people shouldn't be in jail. Man. Well, then, what reason is there to do the right thing if you're never going to get in trouble for doing the wrong thing? You know what I mean? So now you got this guy, like, if you're a sports fan, you've seen the video of this guy that ran out onto the field last week during the football game and got basically blasted by one of the Rams defenders. Boom! I think it was Ramsey hit him. Well, security was chasing him. I mean, and here's the thing, it's like, now this guy wants to sue or something. He filed a police report because he got whacked. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, what did you think was going to happen? You was going to run out into the field with your little pink shirt on, holding up this thing, blowing smoke out of it, whatever it was, right? Because it was a lot of whatever was shooting out of this, like, cone he had, right? Running onto a football field during the game with security chasing you right past the sidelines. You think everybody's just going to wave and say, ooh, look at that guy go? Like, if you've not in the past seen what happens to people that do that shit, they get tackled. And you're not the first person to run out onto the field and get whacked by a player. Oh, they shouldn't have touched me. Really? What are they supposed to do? Sir, you did what you weren't supposed to do. You were in a place you weren't supposed to be in, right? You were basically trespassing. And in some states, if you're trespassing on somebody's property, whether you have a weapon or not, they have every right to shoot you in the asshole. There's states like that still in this country. And what are you going to say then? He shot me in the ass and I wasn't doing nothing. I was just where I didn't belong. Right? No consequences. This guy should be arrested and banned from going to NFL games, right? Then I seen this story. I don't know how old the girls were. I think it was in Australia, right? They're staying in this hotel with their parents. Maybe they're on vacation, whatever the case may be. It really didn't say. And and they were like banging on like people's doors and being loud in this hotel room late at night. Well, they were doing it to this specific room, and in this room is a guy that's a cyclist. He was there to like do some race in the next day, and the guy's girlfriend asked these girls politely, could you please stop doing that? Please keep it down. He needs his sleep. He's got a big race in the morning. He needs his rest. Whoa. Well, to them, that was an invitation to keep it up, because now they know they're getting on somebody's nerves, right? So they keep doing it. So what's the guy do? He gets up, waits at the door, and he's watching. And he's waiting. And he sees them coming. And right before they can start banging on the door or doing whatever they were doing, he opens the door and says, "Ah!" It scares the girls. They run away. He chases them down to be like, where are your parents? Why aren't they watching you? Apparently, the parents were in like a joining room. I don't know if they were asleep or what, just not paying attention. I don't know if he like grabbed one of the girls. One of the girls fell down running from him. That I know for sure. And she got a little rug burn on her knee or whatever, right? Maybe a little rug burn on her elbow. This guy misses his race the next day, and there's an investigation, like he's in trouble. Are you shitting me? Like, what did you think was gonna happen? Like, you were being an asshole, and you got what you deserved. You took off running and fell on your face. If you, and this is what's so frustrating. It's like, if you weren't doing what you were doing to cause him to do that, you would have never fell down and got hurt. This guy would have made his race. Nobody would be looking at troubles. You'd be out of trouble. None of this shit happens. You started that. It's like if I light the fuse of the dynamite and the dynamite blows up, I can't be mad at the dynamite. I can't. I lit the fucking fuse. So when you start shit and at the end the shit goes bad because you were being an asshole, that's your fault. That's not this person's fault. It's not the floor's fault. It's not the dynamite's fault it blew up. You lit the fuse. Like, and honestly, I was like, Jesus Christ, man, if that was my kids and I woke up, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you were raised better than that. Like, I'd be pissed at my kids. Because when your kids go out into the world, they're a reflection of you. It's like, Jesus, man, I'd be upset. I'd be mad. Like, oh, you got a little rug burn? Suck it up, buttercup. Like, it could have been a lot worse. What if this guy was some psycho you didn't know? Some roid raged out motherfucker, and he came out the room throwing punches. Then I could see the guy getting in trouble. But you don't know people. You don't know what people are capable of some fucked up shit. You don't know. And it's like these parents nowadays, and even the schools, it's like, when I was a kid, if I went home and said, the teacher don't like me, I'm always in trouble, I don't do nothing wrong, I don't know, my grades bad, my parents would look at me like, bullshit. You're being an asshole, you ain't paying attention in class, and you ain't doing your work. It ain't the teacher, it's you. Nowadays, that shit flies. Nowadays, teacher calls a parent and says, yeah, little Billy's being bad at school. Oh, well, he says because you don't like him. What? Like, I don't like him. I don't hate him. I don't not like him. Like, I don't care. I'm trying to do my job. I'm trying to teach your kid whatever it is I'm trying to teach your kid, and he don't want to fucking learn. Fine, he don't want to learn. But he's disrupting class, and people that do want to learn can't fucking learn because your kid's a dick. Whether or not I like him is irrelevant. But nowadays, parents let that shit fly. You know? Oh, he's got to miss school. He had a bad day. Things are rough. He's under stress. What fucking stress do you have as a kid? You have one job. Go to school, do your work. You tell me you're stressed out over social issues? Fuck social issues. You know what those are gonna get you? Nothing. Nothing. You're a kid. There's not shit you can do about it any fucking way. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand this shit no more. It's like, if I don't know. And then the state, like the city, whatever, the school wants to get involved. Like, you can't punish your kids in a certain way. You know, spankings don't work. Bullshit. You know, I really don't spank my kids. I don't. Have they been spanked? For sure. Did they deserve it? Fuck yeah. Have I been spanked? For sure. Did I deserve it? Every fucking time. And there was plenty of times where I should have got my ass whooped and didn't. And you know what that did? Knowing that when my dad said, hey, keep it up, I knew. Okay, that was my last warning, right? Time's up. When mom said it, I knew I could push it about 5 more times before she really got mad. Or she went and got my dad, right? Like, you knew how far you could push it. But when dad said it, it was the same thing in my house. My old lady threatens kids all the time. I'm gonna put you in your mouth. Like, you ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna do this. You ain't really gonna do it. But if I'm like, that's enough, it's over. 9 times out of 10, it's over. And it never really gets to that point. Because you know the threat is real. Just like when I was a kid, I got my ass whooped a couple times. And if my friends were doing something stupid and they wanted me to go along, I would think twice. Like, man, is this going to be worth the ass whooping that could eventually come when I get home? You know, when I grew up, if me and my buddy, one of my buddies got in trouble, his mom might smack the shit out of both of us. And then when I got home, she had already called home, and I would get it again. I remember one time my buddy Brian was spending the night at my house, and I don't remember what he said to his mom. We were probably like 11 or 12. And he got real shitty with his mom on the phone and hung up on her. I was like, damn, dude. My mom came in the room and said, who are you talking to? And my little brother was like, he just hung up on his mom. He was talking to his mom. My mom was like, what? Slapped him upside the head and said, you call your mom back and apologize. And he picked up the phone, called his mom and apologized. See, my mom's a tough woman. You don't fuck with my mom. His mom was kind of a pushover, you know? Plus, she was a single mom. He had no dad. But he did live with his grandpa, and his grandpa would put him in line, you know? He didn't like to get involved, but when he did, she was bad. I grew up with plenty of kids like that. Plenty of kids who was a single household. There was no dad. Maybe the grandpa was around. Maybe grandma was around. Maybe both. You know, maybe both their parents were gone and he only had grandma and grandpa. Like, I've seen enough of that shit, like, to know how these kids are raised. And so it's... Fuck, man. There's gotta be consequences for your actions, or else there's no reason to do the right thing. And then you end up with a bunch of kids who are disrespectful, that don't do the right thing, that act like assholes, and wind up in jail when they get older, and then they blame everybody else. I'm the victim. I didn't do nothing wrong. I can't believe I'm here. Why am I in trouble? I didn't do shit. And then you gotta explain to him, like, oh, no. You went with your friend to rob the store. Just because you didn't steal shit, you were there too. So you're just as guilty. You should have went home. Don't hang out with assholes, and people won't think you're an asshole. That's called guilty by association. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little old school. But that's the way it is. You know what I mean? I'm trying to raise good, productive people. We all should be trying to raise good, productive people. Instead of raising the soft-ass kids that are out there nowadays, that when one little thing goes wrong, their whole world crumbles. Shit shouldn't be that way. Shit goes wrong, you pick up the pieces, you move on. You feel bad while you're feeling bad. Even if you feel bad the rest of the day, you wake up tomorrow because tomorrow's a new fucking day. And that's the way it is. So, anyway, I'm out. You guys be good. Thanks for the new subscribers. I don't know if they're going to watch these videos or not or whatever. But, yeah, for you new guys, I'm not real good at, like, I'll get better at, like, the comments and, like, commenting back and whatnot. But if you put questions and shit in there, or if you got something to say, most of the time, I'll bring it up in the next video. And I'll see you guys next week. Take care.